Hello and welcome to this bibliography of some books on repeater watches that I could collect over the years. They are sorted by dates of publications or date of writing. The first book, and I would go quickly through them. The first book is l'encyclopédie par Diderot et d'Alembert, which was published in 1751 to 1752, and this one is about the watchmaking. This book is in French. This is a publication. It was republished by Bibliothèque de l'Image, and there are some parts about repeater watches. So if I can, repeater clocks and watches. So you can see here quarter repeater movement, and here. So you've got the text, which is on the first part, and then all the drawings at the end. Okay. Then this is the Traité de l'horlogerie, mécanique et pratique par THIOUT. This was published in about 1760, something like this. This is lots of text. So this is of course a republication. You can find it on Google Docs, and you can buy it from Google Docs or from Amazon. So a lot of text, and there are several pages which talk about repeater watches, and you've got at the end some drawings which unfortunately are cut, so this version of the book is not very good because you cannot see very clearly the drawings, but you can see some drawings of watch. Next book is Essai sur les montres à répétition, 1804, by François Crespe. So this book I published it myself, so it's Edition Origami, and I took it from Google Docs. I took the scans from Google Docs, and then I used OCR to reprint it and to change the layout to make it much nicer way. It's basically just a list of questions and answers on how to understand and how the repeater watches work. There is no drawing at all, and at the end I put an index which can be useful, and also at the end a bibliography, which is the books I'm presenting right now. So this is a hardcover book which you can buy from me on Lulu, or I will put the link down here somewhere on the comments. Then you've got this book, which is the Sonneries, Montres et Pendules de l'horloger, which is by Emile James. So this is a softcover book. It has some drawings, and what I did is that as it's in the domain public, I just scanned all the pages and I reprinted it. I published it as a softcover book, so also I published it, and you can see that I also cleaned up the drawings and so the index, and also the bibliography. So soft cover. So this one was the original, and I published it as this book, which is also available down here on the comments. And this book is soft cover. This one was published in 1815. So this book is Etablissage des Montres, Etablissage et Repassage des Montres à Répétition, which is published by John Huguenin, published in 1897, 48 pages, no drawings, just text. And also I did the same, I scanned it and then I published it again, so trying to keep the same size. And so this is the same book with better quality paper, index and bibliography. This book is the first one in English. All the other ones were in French. This is Repeating Watches by Etchells. It was published in 1917. Some drawings, soft cover. This was, I don't think it's the original printing. It must have been republished. I don't know who published it. So 1917. Then you got this one, Réparation des Montres Compliquées by Hillmann, which was published in 1930. So I've got some parts on chronographs, and at the end, or at the middle, you got some parts on repeating watches, which is, yeah, from here, les montres à répétition. You've got quarter repeater watches and minute repeater watches, explanations on different with some nice drawings. You got the minute repeater snail and surprise. La réparation des montres compliquées. Then this book is L'Horloger by Charles Poncet, tome 2, Sonneries d'horloge et de montres. This is soft cover. This one is from 1938. So it's a very nice book. The first part is about clocks, repeating clocks, and then it talks about watches. It's quite complete. Got some very nice drawings here. So here. And also, as this book is no more available, I also scanned it and published it as this book. So you can see the difference. I try to improve the quality of the drawings. So I scan each drawing and I try to make them much more clear. So each drawing has been cleaned. It's 200 and almost 300 pages, while this one is This one is 222 pages. So of course it's the same text because it was scanned, but I reduced the layout, increased the size of the drawings to make them easier to read and to see, but it's the same thing. This book also is available. This book also is available down here on Lulu. Okay. Then complicated watches. This one is by Emmanuel Seibel et Orville Hagans in 1945. This book is in English. Previous ones were in French. When I don't specify the language, it's in French. Most of the books are in French. So this is the equivalent of the book I saw before, with the first part being on the chronographs and the last part being on the repeating watches. So you can see here the minute repeater here. Okay. Then we got this book, which is Les Montres Compliquées, in French of course, by François Lecoultre. It was published, I don't know when, but it should be something around 1960, I would say, 1970. This is published by Édition Simonin in Switzerland. You've got parts on the chronographs, and you've got some part on the repeating watches, or the old quarter repeater with the chain, and some modern quarter repeater and minute repeater, and also grand sonnerie at the end. So this is a very nice book, quite clear. Then you have this leaflet, which is in English, A History of Repeating Watches by Francis Wadsworth, published in 1966 by Antiquarian Horology. It presents some text and it explains the history as described by the title. It's described the history of the repeater watches with some pictures. This is something like 16 pages. Then you have this book, which is in French, is Traité d'horlogerie, which is a book on for the watchmaker students. It talks about lots of different subjects on watches, and one of the subject is the repeater watches, which should be somewhere. Chronograph, date mechanism, moon phase, this one, yes. Chapter 10, Méchanique de Sonneries, so which it explains in a few pages how it works. That's it. Then you have this book, which was published in 1993 by Heart of America Press, which is called European Repeaters and Clock Watches, which is soft cover, which lists lots of repeater watches which were sold by auction houses in different countries, mainly Europe and US. So it's about a little less than 200 pages. You've got an index at the end which helps to find watches. This book is almost, it's quite difficult to find now. Then you have this book which is called Les Heures Musicales. It's not a real book. It was published by Audemars Piguet and it was given away. So of course it presents repertoire watches by Audemars Piguet. Some very nice pictures. Beautiful one here with the star wheel and repertoire watches. Some old pocket watches. So 65, that's 70 pages. So Les Heures Musicales by Audemars Piguet. I don't think it's possible to find it anymore. Then you've got this big beast, which is a book on the Grande Complication by IWC, Essai, which is for this watch. And it describes all the genesis of this watch from the start to the end, and you've got one part on the repeating part of this watch, which is somewhere, this one here. So we've got this part which replaces the minute snail. Some nice drawings. And at the end you have here the drawing of the minute repeater part. This book is available, so this book is in English, sorry, but it's also available in German and maybe in French, I don't know. Okay. So the book on the Grande Complication was published Stemley. So this book, this is an excellent book. This one is called The Repeater by Richard Watkins. This is an excellent book, and Richard Watkins is an Australian watchmaker, and just wrote this book, and it's gave it public access, so you can download the PDF book and print it yourself, which I did. It's an excellent book. It explains how the repeater watches work with some very clear drawings. It's excellent, excellent, pure magic. I highly recommend anyone to read this book. It talks about the decimal repeater watch, which is pure wonder. So, excellent book. Plus it's free. You can just download it. I will put the link down here. You can download it, print it, and there you go. Next books are the same. This is the book. Of course, it's protected. And so this one is called Répétition minute. It's by Patek Philippe. It was published in 2013. It was given away to some big clients, which I'm not. I just asked, please, and they say, yeah, go. So it's some text plus some pictures of all the repeater watches by Patek Philippe. And then you have the pictures with each time an explanation of book. So it's just pure because you've got, I don't know if you can see, yeah, see. Got this, and it's like an art book. This is magic, but how many pages? 140 pages. So this one is in French, but I also have the same in Chinese. Of course, I don't speak Chinese, but I just liked to have this book in Chinese. You cannot find it anymore, or you cannot ask it anymore to Patek Philippe, but you can find it on eBay for some quite expensive amount of money. Then there are those two books. This hardcover. They are both published by me. They are original books. They list all the patents from repeater watches and montres à sonnerie, donc les montres à sonnerie et les répétitions. So there is about 500 pages for each, so it's about 1,000 pages both. Yep. So the first one is the patents from 1850 to 1895, and the second one is from 1896 to 1960. And so you've got the list of patents sorted by date and by author, and then you have the patents, drawings. I spent quite some time to clean up the drawings and the scans from the patents, which I took, of course, from internet. The patents are either in French or in English, so it's about, I would say, 60% French, and the rest is mostly English. One or two in Italian, and some in German. So you can see the quality of the drawings and the quality of the text. I spent quite some time to clean up all the little dots and dust parts on the scan. So those two books allow you to see the evolution of the ingenuity of the watchmakers in Switzerland, France, and US, trying to find some clever ways to have the minute repeater watches, or sorry, to have the repeater watches work as well as possible, and to have a regular sound and soft sound for the speed. We're coming to the end, don't worry. Last two books are this one. This one is just pure magic also. It's called Calibre 1731, Calibre 1731 by Vacheron Constantin. This book is devoted to this caliber, which is used which is the most recent minute repeater watch by, most recent minute repeater caliber by Vacheron Constantin, and it has some pure, beautiful pictures and text which describe how this caliber, how this movement is made. So it's just magic. This one was published in not long time ago. It was published in 2013. It's published by Édition Assouline. Yeah. And last one. This one is not really a official book. It's called Vacheron Constantin Voice of the Angels, History of Vacheron Constantin Minute Repeaters. This book, I published it, well, sorry, I printed it, not published it. I printed it from a series of articles on the website which was called The Art Lounge by Alice Godby. So you've got some very nice pictures of Vacheron Constantin repeater watches. Some old, so it's sorted by time, by date, sorry, with some comments on each watch. And there's some very nice, very, very nice pictures. This is a repeater porn, I would say. And of course it ends with the calibre 1731, which I just showed in the previous book. Okay, and I would also like to show you things which are not really books. This one is very interesting. This one is a video called Exploring the Repeater by Ron Decourt. So just a small video case with a video disc inside. This is a very interesting video in which Ron Decourt describes and shows how to deassemble and then reassemble a minute repeater watch. So it's very, very good. It's quite difficult to find. I found it on eBay, so sometimes you can find it if you are lucky. And also this, which is not a book, this is kind of commercial from FP Journe on these Grand Sonneries. So just a small disc, but still nice to have. That's it. That's my small collection of books on repeater watches. If you know any other books that I'm missing, please tell me. I'm always looking for new books or new or old books that I'm missing. Thank you. Bye.